world is changing. Every day we're changing our world. Today, plastic pollution is a problem all around the world. Thousands of tons of plastic is ending up polluting our oceans.
Thailand also has a plastic problem, and there's something we can do to help.
Good morning, I'm Pracha, and today on School News, we'll be looking at plastic pollution and what we can do about it.
Since plastic was invented in the 1950s, Earth has had a growing problem how to deal with plastic waste. Nearly 8.3 billion tons of plastic waste has been made since plastic was invented.
Nearly all of that plastic is still in existence in some form or other, and much it finds its way into the oceans. This is a problem not just for sea creatures but planet Earth as a whole. Sea creatures can confuse plastic for food and eat it. This plastic slowly finds its way back into the food chain and may cause humans to get sick or even die. Just how big is the problem? Well, Americans use 500 million straws every day. That's 7 straws for each Thai person every single day. And that's just in America. Worldwide, 8 million tons of plastic ends up in the ocean every year. A Greenpeace study found Thailand was the world's 6th largest contributor to ocean waste, generating 1 million tons of plastic waste a year. One plastic bag can take around 100 years to decompose. Bottles and other items can take much longer. We need to find a way to reduce our plastic usage.
Recently, a whale died on a beach in Thailand. It was because it had eaten so much plastic, it had around 80 bags in its belly.
We spoke to some students at SISB to see what they know about the problem. How is plastic dangerous to sea creatures? They are dangerous because sea creatures will eat them and they will die. Did you know how dangerous plastic pollution can be to sea creatures?
Yeah, a lot of creatures can be extinct just from plastic pollution.
What do you know about plastic pollution? I know that it makes the earth more polluted and it makes the world a little dirtier. How is plastic dangerous to the sea creatures? I think it will make the sea creatures sick. How can we help people stop throwing plastic in the ocean? Put a don't throw plastic sign and lots of bin.
The plastic story isn't all bad. There are lots of ways we can reduce our plastic usage or even recycle plastic into other things.
Let's take a look around the world to see how are other countries reducing the plastic usage. In England, the government has imposed a charge for plastic bags. Every supermarket, the shop charges you 5 pence for every plastic bag you take from the shop. In the first year, plastic bag usage dropped by 85%. All the money made by this stream is donated to a charity, and it is making a real difference. In Canada, plastic milk bottles are recycled into picnic benches and children's playgrounds. These can then be enjoyed by families visiting the park.
In the USA, Seattle has become one of the first cities in the world to ban use of plastic straws. They have turned to paper straws instead that are easily recycled and also renewable.
In Australia, they are starting to use recycled plastic to build roads. Every 1 kilometer of 2-lane road made by mixing plastic, glass, and asphalt will use around 530 billion plastic bags that may otherwise have ended up in the ocean.
All these ideas sound great, but what can children do to help?
That's easy. Just remember these 6 simple rules. 1. Reduce. We need to reduce the amount of plastic we use by choosing paper straws, perhaps, or cardboard packaging instead of plastic. 2. Reuse. This means using something more than once. Don't buy water in a plastic bottle if you can use a metal one many times. Recycle. When you can't use the bag anymore, you can put it in the recycling bin for them to be used in making new plastic products. Did you know plastic can be recycled into shoes? 4. Rethink. Always ask if there's an alternative to plastic.
5. Repair. If your plastic shell breaks, you could repair it rather than throwing it away.
Refuse. Just say no to disposable plastics. We'll never be able to stop using plastic altogether, but if we start right now, we might just be able to save our world. See you next time on